Glad to see my mom here, glad to see Sparky, and everybody here. Love every one of you. I appreciate you, and I'll give you what I got. It might not last long. I prayed Sunday night. I'll tell you this. I prayed up here at the end, at the altar call. I said, Lord, I want to get closer to you. I had a desire to step out. I want to do more for him, a little bit closer to him. I want to do more work for him. I went up here and I prayed that night. I said, use me. I want to work for you more. So I got up, the church ended. I started walking out. Fred got me about halfway back through there, and he said, Ryan, would you be interested in doing Sunday school Sunday? I said, yeah, I'd be glad to. Been trying to fill in for him a little bit. So we went on out the door. Wayne got me back there again. Wayne got me back there at the door, and he said, I wanted to ask you something, brother. He said, I hate to put you under any pressure or anything, but I ain't going to be here Thursday. And he said, I was wondering if you might bring a little message. I said, yeah, I will. So I went out there and got my vehicle. I said, let's get out of here, Sean. Put Kirk on, and I said, you got me quiet till I got out of the field. I said, get out of here while we're getting married. I said, here we
See what you're doing?
And then we're here Monday night. I've been studying on what I wanted to talk about.
You can see that picture of Mama.
We're talking about David Reynolds. Somebody said that his first one lasted about 2 minutes. And there was
Why you
another
took
one
a
that lasted
picture?
about 5. So after that, I said, no, I ain't worried about it.
Why?
I got a few more things on my side. When I get done, the Lord's done with me, I'll be done. And like Jill and Wayne and Terry and all of them, they've been doing this a long time, a lot longer than I have. And I'm just starting out. You got to crawl before you walk. You got to walk before you run.
Amen.
My mama got switch.
Out of the book of John.
See what you're doing?
Start chapter 14.
You see my hand clear.
Be John chapter 14, verses 1 through 6. I'll give y'all just a second to get ready. Find it. All right. John chapter 14, verse 1. We'll read about 6 verses. Let not your heart be troubled. You believe in God, believe also in me. In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. I go to prepare a place for you. And I go and prepare a place for you. If I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you unto myself. And where I am, there you may be also. And whither I go, ye know, and the way you know. Thomas saith unto him, Lord, we know not whither thou goest, and how can we know the way? Jesus said unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, I thank you for this opportunity tonight. A little message here, and I want to try to, Lord, read your word and read just a little bit. And Lord, I ask you to be with me. I thank you for everybody that's made it from here tonight, Lord. We give prayer requests and stuff up to you. We love you, Lord, and we can't never praise you or thank you enough for all that you do. Lord, it's in Jesus' name, Lord, that we pray tonight. Amen. Amen. I want to tell you all, to start out, I was watching Billy Graham the other day, some old videos of him, and he's talking about back in the 50s when President Eisenhower was in. He said that there was a lady called the National Presbyterian Church there in D.C. one day, and she said, I want to know if President Eisenhower be in attendance on a particular Sunday. The guy answered the phone and said, ma'am, don't know if the president will be here that day, but I'll tell you who will. He said, Christ will be here. And what I wanted to, the reason I told you that is, it made me think, you know, if the president or that lady wanted to see him, a lot of us, you know, consider that an honor, a privilege, get to go meet him. He or she, whoever it will be at the time, we'd be right there with the best clothes on, ready to shake his hand. But, you know, we've got a king that we can talk to on a daily basis. Not just a king, but the king of all kings in this universe. And we can approach the throne of grace on a daily basis through prayer. And I just want to, all I've got to say here tonight, I just want to come out of John. You know, there's a better way, there's a better life out there. If you're here tonight and you're lost, you've got Jesus died on the cross for us. He shed his blood on Calvary, and he rose again on the third day. He says in John 3:16, everybody should know that one. Says, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever should believe in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. Verse 17 goes on to say, God sent not his Son into the world to condemn the world, but through him the world might be saved.
Amen.
All we've got to do is give our heart to him. If you're here tonight and you've got a burden of some kind, if you've got sin in your life that's holding you down, all you've got to do is come up here to this altar tonight, get down and pray, repent. If you've got sin, if sin's this way, turn around and go that way. Repent and ask him to forgive you, and he will forgive you, and he'll save you tonight. Don't leave here tonight with burdens. Don't leave here with trouble. Don't leave here with any kind of problems tonight. You've got a chance to get rid of it right here. He says in Matthew 11:28, come with me, all you that labor and heavy laden, I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and you shall find rest of your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. Do not leave out of here with sin in your life tonight. Do not leave out of here with burdens, with troubles. Come up here to this altar tonight and pray, and we've got a God that will forgive you. We've got a God that it don't matter. And a lot of times what we do, this is something I used to do back before I got saved. I've been saved, thank the Lord, this fall, well, late summer, September, October, makes me 5 years of being saved. Something that I used to do, I used to say, one of these days, I believe in God. I believed in it, but I didn't live it. I said, I want to, when I get my life straightened up, one of these days I'll quit this old drinking. One of these days I'll get saved. I kept saying one of these days. But if I'd have died in my sin, I'd been in hell right now. Amen. I'd been in hell. Don't wait until you get things in your life right to get saved. Come up here and give your heart to the Lord, and he'll make things right for you.
Amen.
They ain't a sin, they ain't a trouble in this world that he can't forgive and can't take care of. I don't care if it's drugs, if it's alcohol, if you steal, if you lie, it don't matter what you do. He will forgive you. He loves every single one of us. He's not a respecter of person. God loves every single person on this earth. Amen. And we've ever one got the chance to be saved. We've got the chance at salvation. And just like we said here the other day, Fred was doing Sunday school, and he said there was a fellow told him, said before that once you get an education, that's something nobody can ever take from you. That's true. There's also something else we can have, it's salvation. Once we get salvation, there's nobody can ever take that. Nobody can ever take that away from you. See, I was going to read somewhere else here. We'll read this time out of John chapter 6, verse 33. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. We put God first in our life. If we make him the center of our life, he'll take care of us. It don't matter what troubles comes our way. It don't matter what problems comes our way. He'll take care of us. And that's a question I've been asking myself here lately. Have I really got God in the center of my life? I've been praying for a job. I got it. It stressed me to death just about it. I told Sean the other night, I said, I love my new job and stuff, but I'm not going to make it. My life is not going to revolve around a job. My life is not going to revolve around a business. I want my life to revolve around God. And I want to do more than say that. I want it to be that way. I want it to be that way. And last week, we was doing testimonies here, and Shonda was sitting back there, and she said, she was talking about how that she felt like sometimes, she was praying and she was giving God just a to-do list or I guess a wish list. I've been guilty of that. And I've been studying the Word more this week, and I've been praying more, and that's when I said, it's time for me to take it to another level. I'm tired of staying in the same place.
Amen.
And if anybody is here and you want to do the same thing, I want to encourage you to do so. Step outside your comfort zone. That's what I'm trying to do, and I don't regret a near bit of it. I don't regret a thing that I have done as far as trying to work harder for the Lord. I just want to also tell you that if you're sick here tonight, Jesus is a healer, he's a restorer, he's a doctor, he's a lawyer, he's a friend. There ain't nothing he can't do for us. And I don't care what your burden is, like I said. If you've got an opportunity to lay it at the foot of the cross, all you have to do is you can come to this altar. If you're not able, you can pray right there where you're at. Amen. But I also want to say, go back here, if I can find it. It's all the way back in the Old Testament in the book of Joshua, and it's chapter 24, verse 15. If it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord, choose you this day whom you will serve. whether the gods which your fathers served that were on the other side of the flood, or the gods of the Amorites, in which land you dwell. But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. There's two parts out of that I love. The last part is, for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. But I've got a question or ultimatum for you here. Choose this day whom you will serve. Jill said here the other night, we can't serve two masters. We have to love one and hate the other. We either going this way or going that way. We can't go both directions at one time. So I'm going to tell you here tonight, if you've got sin in your life, if you're lost, ask yourself a question. If you, and I know it's a rough way to put it, but if you leave here tonight, you don't make it home, where would you end up? Where would you end up? I had to ask myself that question one time, and the answer scared me. It was in hell. It was in hell. God's been trying to get my attention for a long time. I remember I went to church one Sunday morning. I'd done all kinds of tricks back then. And I finally one morning went to church, and I remember I sat back there, and it just like something was pulling at me and want me to come to that altar. And tears was rolling down my face. I sat there and I fed it off. I fed it off. And I left out there. It was hard, but I fed it off. I was bawling. I left out there. When I left, I remember thinking, I'm going back next week. And if I feel that again, I am not sitting in that church. So I got up next Sunday morning. I went back, sat there, and he hit me again during the preaching. I started feeling that. I tell you what I did. I got up out of the chair and I hit the altar. And I laid it down at the foot of the cross. I prayed and I asked God to forgive me my sins. And I left him at that altar. That was almost 5 years ago, and I'm glad I've done it. The only thing I wish I'd done different, done it 5 years before that. But I just, like I said again here tonight, I know my message is short. I ain't got much left in me here. I just wanted to come up here and I just want to tell you, like I said, choose this day whom you'll serve. But there is a God that loves you. He is wanting to save you. All you got to do is come up here. It's just like it's up here for you to get. You just got to come get it. Amen. You got to come get it. And it goes the same. We're saved. If we've got burdens, we've got troubles, we've got sickness, we've got bills we can't pay, we've got trouble in the workplace, we've got trouble in the home, trouble in the marriage, I don't care what it is. There's an answer. There's a place for help. We can come boldly to the throne of grace, and we can obtain mercy from God that loves us. Amen. He died for us, and he rose on that third day, and he's alive. And he is willing to save your soul. All you got to do is come up here and give it to him. You got to come up here and give it to him. Let me tell you, like Sid said, there we'll go. I'll sure endorse it. You won't regret it. You won't regret it. It don't mean that life will be easier. It don't mean that storms won't come your way. It's just like it says, wise man built his house upon the rock. And the storms and the rains come. The house stood. When the foolish man built his house upon the sand, it was a bad fall. Right. It didn't make it. And through this life and through the judgment, I want my house to be upon the rock, and I hope you want yours on the rock too. Amen. I hope you want yours on the rock too. So, I think that's all I have, and I'm going to read.
Ryan, I'd like to add something, if I may, to that.
Yeah.
That's on my heart. You was talking about that, talking about people waiting too late. I read a thing, today I was reading and praying, and it's about this woman. She would go to church and she'd pray, and she'd say, Lord, I'll get saved another time. I've got time, Lord, I'll get saved another time. Well, it kept going on, and finally one day she waited too late. She died, and she died lost. The Lord says we have not because we ask not. Yeah. The reason we don't get a lot of blessings is because we don't do what the Lord wants us to do. We're not obedient. The Bible says obedience is better than sacrifice. I'd rather be obedient to the Lord. If it sounds crazy to me or looks crazy to somebody else, it doesn't matter. As long as I know the Lord give me that, that's what I intend to do. And that's the way that we all should be if we're going to get closer to the Lord. I had a ladies ministry, and I've, since I've got this cancer and stuff, or they diagnosed me with cancer, I've not been saying that, they diagnosed me with it, I've kind of let up on that a little bit. And I told Lonnie, I said, now we've got to get back into the things, the way that we were, and everything. And the Lord wants us to do that. The Lord gave me that. And that was the work that he gave me to do, and that's what I want to do. And I'm like you know, the Lord, if you're staying in one place, you're gonna get stagnant. You're not gonna grow because you can't grow, because it's one of the devil, and he comes in like a roaring lion, you know, he comes to kill, steal, and destroy. And the things that he does, the traps that he sets, if you're not fully prayed up and ready, you'll fall in these traps. And it's not saying you're better than anybody else, because anybody, the preacher or anybody, many preachers have fallen in this last little while. You know, I believe the Lord's gonna soon be coming. And I want to be ready, and I don't want to be caught lazy, and slacking. I want to do what he wants me to do. If he's called you to do it, then you need to do it. If he's not called you to do it, then pray for everybody that has been called. You know, that's I had that on my mind. You know, Lord, just give me that. So.
Amen. That's good. That was good. Again, I just say, you got an opportunity before you leave here tonight, choose this night who you'll serve. If you're not saved, if you're lost here tonight, like I like to encourage you to give your heart to the Lord. You'll never regret it. You'll never experience nothing else like it, and you'll get stronger. We'll go through these trials, and it says in the book of, I think, James, it says to count it all joy when we face these various trials. They're building their faith, they're making us stronger people, and they're teaching us to get through it. And we need to stay prayed up, just like you said. We need to study this word. That's the only way we can grow. Study this word and be in prayer with it as much as we can. I like something Jill said the other night. He said that where it says in the Bible we're supposed to always be praying. He said the devil will try to get right in your mind. Yep. And he said the devil will try to get right in your mind. If you were going wrong or you were working or something, if you can in your mind, be praying in your mind. That knocks him out of it. That keeps him out of it. That keeps him out of it. But if you're here tonight and you need prayer, you have something burdening you down, you have sin in your life and you want to get rid of it, come to this altar. I promise you won't regret it, and I promise you it'll be a better life. It won't make the storms go away, but you'll get through the storms better. It'll give you strength, and it'll give you a friend. We've got a friend that we can go to. We've got a king that we can talk to every day, any time, night or day. And we're not. There said up here the other night, you know, he was praying, he said, I don't know why you like it. I don't know anybody wouldn't want it. I guess I was one that didn't want it for a long time. So the guy that's been on both sides, which we all have, let me encourage you. Let me encourage you. You're here, you're lost, give your heart to the Lord. He will turn your life around. You'll do a 180. You'll be going north or south, and we give your heart to him, you'll be going north. He'll turn you completely around. He'll turn you completely around. But told you it'll be a little short, and I'm sorry, but I just want to encourage you to come pray. And if somebody wants to maybe come sing a song, we'll have an altar call. If anybody wants to come pray, this altar will be open. And come up here and get you some food. Come up here and get you some of it. Come up here and get you some of the bread of life. He talks about it.